Hey, welcome to the Spring 2017 Hybrid Edition of Counseling and Ministry, Counseling 5202. I'm Dr. Kevin Brown, your professor for the semester, and I'm really looking forward to having you in this class. This could be in some ways the most important class you take because lots of people in the course of your career are going to come to you for counseling. They're going to look to you for answers to life's most difficult problems and expect you to have some kind of cogent answer. It's not always easy to do, especially when you're underprepared. What you could do is quote scripture at them and send them on their way and tell them you love them and kind of leave it at that. But that's unsatisfying. There's something missing in the counseling element when all you do is quote scripture at them. So this semester, we really want to teach you how to approach people with deep-seated needs in a way that's winsome, loving, kind, scriptural, biblical, Christocentric, but also one that is laden with skills, where you practice some skills that you've learned in this semester that will greatly benefit the lives of those you touch over the next few years. And you're going to touch hundreds of lives, and those lives will touch hundreds of lives. Therefore, this is really important. Granted, it's a 2-hour class, and we've jammed a lot into 2 hours. We've got 3 books that we want you to read. The first is Gary Collins' Christian Counseling, 3rd edition, A Comprehensive Guide. It's a thick book, but it's one that you use as a reference for many years to come as you counsel people with needs that feel overwhelming to them and certainly can seem overwhelming to you. The second book is one written by a couple of professors from here at the seminary, Asa Sfar and Argyle Smith, Helping Hurting People, a handbook on reconciliation-focused counseling and preaching. Now, we won't cover the preaching part. We'll leave that up to you, those of you that are preachers. But the counseling part you're really going to like because it talks about how to reconcile people to God and people to each other. These are some of the parts of counseling that are really necessary and important. And a related book for which you'll do a book review is Ian Jones, The Counsel of Heaven on Earth. Dr. Jones is a counselor here at NOBTS. He is the head, in fact, of the counseling department, my boss, and a man for whom I have deep respect. And you will find in his book that he talks about where are people located in terms of their relationship with God and with other people. And finding that location can be key to helping them in their counseling, helping you in your counseling and them in their walk with Christ and in their personal, emotional, cognitive, spiritual growth. It's really easy to take all of counseling's problems and spiritualize them. It makes it simple and it reduces them to something that's easier for us to understand. The problem is sometimes life's challenges are not spiritual. Sometimes they're cognitive, like we're thinking poorly. Sometimes they're behavioral. We've got bad behavior. Sometimes they're just a lack of awareness of how to behave or how to think in certain situations. Sometimes they're chemical reactions in the brain that cause things like manic depressive illness or schizophrenia. There's going to be a lot that you can counsel in the course of your career and some things that you can't counsel. They'll just be too big, too complicated, and frankly, you're going to be a busy person. You won't be able to be a full-time counselor. If you're thinking that counseling means you're going to see somebody once a week for 52 weeks, you'll soon discover that there are just far too many people in the world for you to be able to do that. And so we're going to focus in on a model called brief solution-focused counseling that teaches you how to make the most of your busy schedule and still give people what they need. Not all problems need long-term counseling. Some problems can be dealt with in a very short and focused way. So we'll teach you how to find solutions, focus on those solutions, and get to work. It's a tough semester. It's a 2-hour course with a lot packed in. I want you to know that I'm here for you, that I really want to know how you're doing, that I want you to stay in touch with me. I don't want you to get behind. It's so easy to get behind in this course. Keep up with the reading. Keep up with the discussion boards. Keep up with the assignments. Make sure that your papers are done on time. We're going to ask you this semester to submit a first draft of your final paper to the Writing Center long before it's due to me. That way, you can make sure that any writing errors are taken care of. Frankly, in all honesty, we want you to know that this course is one that's so central to the training here that we have an assignment called an embedded assignment. That assignment's going to be looked at by many professors who are going to gauge our effectiveness at teaching based on how well you do on this paper, which means that we want you to do a great job, a stellar job, because we want this paper to reflect much of what you've learned here at the seminary. It's going to be a paper where you take what you've learned in this course and combine it with what you've learned in other courses to come up with a biblical response which uses counseling, good, solid counseling technique to address a specific problem. You'll have a book review, you'll have a couple of exams, and a lot of discussion boards. Otherwise, we'll see each other 4 times this semester, in which I will try to cram as much information as possible. But you're going to need to supplement it with the weekly readings and weekly assignments on Blackboard. Well, with all that said, I want you to know I care about you, you matter to me, and I teach this course because I know that by doing so, I will affect the lives of thousands through you. That you are really important to lots of people, and God's going to use you in some really unique ways to touch lives. And in fact, some of you, it's going to happen this semester, and you're going to email me throughout the semester that you're blown away by how well prepared you were for that moment. Either way, whether it be something this semester or something down the road, you're going to love this course, and you're going to be glad you took it. I really am glad to be your professor. Looking forward to hearing from you. My office, my door is always open. I want you to come and knock if you need me. If you're on campus, I want you to email me. When you come for graduation, some of you, I want you to make sure you shake my hand and tell me what you thought of the course. But most of all, I really want you to be better prepared as biblical Christian counselors to touch the lives of those that God entrusts you with. Lord bless you, and we will see you multiple times this semester. Take care. Bye-bye.